Welcome to Round the World Women. My name is Patchanee Malikhao. I'm the host of this program. Today, my guest is Munmun from Bangladesh. I would like you to meet her. Hi, Mun. How are you?
Hi, Pat. Nice to meet you, and thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming. How did you come to Amherst?
Well, my husband lives here. He came here in 2005, so I came here to live with my husband.
And when did you join Round the World Women?
I joined the Round the World Women in 2010-2011 session as a member, and I really enjoyed that experience. After that, I decided to work there as a volunteer driver.
Good on you. So you are from Bangladesh?
Yes, I'm from Bangladesh.
So today I would like to talk about your country and your culture. Let's start with the location of your country. Where is it located in the world map?
Okay, Bangladesh is in Southeast Asia. It is northeast of India. It is near Myanmar and India, and also on the other side is the Bay of Bengal.
And the capital city is?
Dhaka is our capital city, and the population is about 160 million.
And the religions that you have? Are you a Muslim country?
Yes, yes. Most of the people in my country are Muslims. The Muslim constitute almost 90% of the total population, while Hindus make up 9% and the rest are Buddhist and Christian.
And the language of your country, do you use English or what do you have your own language?
Yes, I have my own language. Our language is Bengali. Bengali is our only language.
Bengali, I know that it has a long history, dated like in the year 1000, something
yes,
like that.
Yes, yes.
So is it a sister language of Hindi?
It is very similar to Hindi because they share the same root language. But when people spoke Hindi, we can understand what they are saying, but it is still different language.
I know that Bengali was ranked 6th in the most spoken languages in the world.
Yes.
And it's ranked 2nd in India, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So the first language of India, most spoken language is Hindi, and then Bengali.
Yes.
And your national anthem was written in
a Bengali writer. His name is Rabindranath Tagore, and he won the Nobel Prize for literature.
For literature?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about his life and his work.
Yeah.
Very, very, very impressive. Talking about your language, I know that you have a hard time maintain your own original language. Tell me a little bit about your struggle to have Bengali as your national language.
Well, in 1947, Pakistan get independence from the United Kingdom, and at that time Pakistan had 2 different parts and 2 different languages. The people of East Pakistan spoke Bengali and the people of West Pakistan spoke Urdu. But during that period, the people were in power, wanted to establish Urdu as the national language of Pakistan. But the people of East Pakistan protested. They wanted Bengali as the national language. So they started a movement, and the Pakistani government told no. After that, the people continued the movement. The police fired on the protester, and several students died on that movement. Afterward, Pakistani government relented, and they gave Bengali as the equal language of Pakistan. They gave Bengali as the status of a national language.
So what a struggle. So that means that you have fought for this language,
Yes,
and
yes.
so many people died. And on the 21st of February, 1947,
it was held in 21st February 1952.
52.
Yes, yes.
And
in 1999, UNESCO declared 21st February as the International Mother Language Day.
Okay, International Mother Language Day,
Yes.
to honor your struggle,
Yes.
to fight for your own cultural heritage.
Yes.
That's very good to hear, that people love their own culture and their own custom, their own language so much that they die for it. That's very impressive. And I know that Bangladesh used to be part of Pakistan, and it's kind of strange because it was divided by India. It was in the middle, in the west side of India, and Pakistan is on the east side of India. So tell me, how did Bangladesh split from Pakistan? I mean, from what ground?
Well, we gained our independence from Pakistan in 1971, and there, I mentioned before, Pakistan had two parts, East Pakistan and West Pakistan. The people of the two parts are very, very different, and they spoke different language, their culture are different, but the main reason of the split was severe political repression and the economic disparity between the East and West Pakistan. All the major development are taking place in West Pakistan, and all the industry are built in West Pakistan. Even though a political party based on East Pakistan won majority in the parliamentary election, they were not able to form the government.
So that means that for all of that had made the East Pakistan then poor, very poor and underdeveloped.
Exactly.
I see. And then talking a little bit about the history for people who don't know, that before that the British Empire divided Pakistan and India via the national religion line, Muslim and Hindu, right?
Yes.
And then Pakistan still owns the part of the west of India,
yes.
which is part is called Bengal, right?
Bengal.
So Bengal was split into two. West Bengal belonged to India, and East Bengal
belonged to Pakistan.
And later on, the East Bengal struggled for independence, and that has become Bangladesh.
Yes. And you know, 9 months after 9 months of war, and 3 million people gave their lives for independence, for our independence.
So when did you gain your independence from Pakistan?
In 1971. And 16 December we won the victory.
So the ground that you split from Pakistan,
yeah,
what was it? Not only the development, but development and religion, no, because you are Muslims, right?
Yes. And there
the language
is also, and there is also war broke out when the Pakistan government jailed the leader of Awam League, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and they killed thousands of innocent people on March 25th, 1971. They killed. There was no reason for killing. They killed, and that's why the people got angry.
And the people fought back.
Yeah.
And then you gained your independence in 1971.
Yes.
All right. And then, and since then, your language, Bengali, has become your primary or the only.
In 1952, we already got our language.
Already. So, and later on, independence.
Yes.
Why the people in Pakistan speak Urdu?
Yes, the people of Pakistan still speak Urdu.
And is it so different from Bengali? Urdu and Bengali. Is there any similarities or anything?
Urdu and Bengali have some similarities. When people speak Urdu, we can understand, but it is completely different when it is written.
When it's written, it's kind of dialects from each other or something like that?
No, the script is completely different.
Completely different scripts. I see. And now you use English as a second language?
No, we have only one language, and Bengali.
Bengali. So must be hard to learn English then?
Yes, it's hard.
So how's the education system in Bangladesh?
Well, the education system in our country is not like the US. We have to memorize all the things. It is memorization based, and we have to do a lot of textbook works. We don't have to do a lot of creative work. But here in the US, I observed students have to do a lot of creative work.
I see. And do you have like compulsory education up to grade 12, like here?
Yes.
And I heard that your education is almost free.
Yes.
For the
It is government.
education.
Yes.
What did you study, Moon?
Well, I studied mass communication and journalism from the University of Dhaka. It is one of the biggest public university in my country.
And how many universities are there in Bangladesh?
There are 24 public universities and 45 private universities in our country. But you know, we have also a lot of medical college, engineering institute. Everything is separate.
You mean
universities and medical college and engineering institute are separate.
Are separated.
They are not included like the US universities.
I see. So you have to pass a very tough
examination.
I see.
Yes.
And do people study in the neighboring countries like in India and other places, or they prefer to come to England?
People are used to go to India before, but now we have a lot of private university, so people can go there for their higher education. And some people go to other countries like UK, USA, Australia, or other European countries.
I heard about brain drains from your country.
Yes, we have a problem with brain drains. Some people, there are a lot of people who go to other countries for their education. They are highly educated, and after finishing their study, they do not come back to our country. I think they want to think about their own future. They don't think about our country, and it is a big problem for the development of our country.
So why won't they like to stay in the country? Because of war, or because of what? Because of corruption? Because of what?
Our country is overpopulated, and we don't have so much facilities like the developed country. Our country is a developing country, so if they get any opportunity to live in the developed country.
How big is your country? How large is it?
Well,
for 436 million people. How large?
My country is about 57,000 square mile, which is roughly equal to the US state Illinois.
Okay, so as large as Illinois state.
Yes.
And then so many people there. So
yes.
You have to compete for everything, for the resources, for everything. So
yes, and you know, sometimes foreign government provide residency or pay a good job to the highly educated people, so that the people work for their country and they don't go back to their own country.
So okay, thanks for your information. And what do you export to the world?
We export a lot of clothing like ready-made garments, and we also export tea, leather goods, frozen food like crab and shrimp, and we also export manpower.
Oh, to work where in the Middle East? Or
Yes, most of
because of the religion
yes,
relations.
Yes,
I see.
Yes.
I see. But I heard about tsunami a couple of years ago that affected your country really badly. Can you please tell me about that?
In 2004, tsunami affected our country, but you know, the good news is that only 2 people died in tsunami. Many people died in Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand. But only 2 people died in our country. But we have a lot of natural disaster like cyclone, earthquake, and flood.
At the same time of the tsunami, or
every year
regularly?
Every year we have to face this kind of disaster.
Oh, I see. Because of the global warming.
Yeah,
as well?
Because of the global warming.
So it affects you instantly.
Yes,
So you have refugees leaving the country to others, right? Not brain. I'm not talking about brain drains. Those are the elitists, the intellectuals. But refugees, Bangladeshi refugee, do you have that, or you have?
Yes,
we
have some refugee from Myanmar.
From Myanmar?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are they?
Here they are Rohingya refugee.
Rohingya?
Yeah, Rohingya refugee. And
are they Indian, from Indian origin, or what? Rohingya, or are they minority in Burma?
They are the minority in Burma, and we have a border, and they cross the border easily. They can cross the border easily, and they come to our country.
And your people, like Bangladeshi people, do they refuse to somewhere else?
No, now the government give them some facilities so that they can live in our country.
And about your own people, do you flee the country out of poverty or anything? No.
Yes, we sometimes feel out of poverty.
Because your country is the poorest country in South Asia, is that right?
It is poorest, but it is trying to develop. Now it is a developing country.
It's a developing country, yeah, I know that. Yeah. So, well, let's talk about some cultural aspects of Bangladesh. There is something that your culture and Indian culture share in common, is that the arranged marriage. Could you tell us a bit about the arranged marriage? At what age? Why do they do that?
Well, arranged marriage is very popular in our country, but the young generation doesn't like the costume anymore. They want to choose their own brides or grooms, but in the villages this custom is still common. While bride doesn't know the groom and groom does not know the bride, their parents arrange their marriage, and
they accepted.
And sometimes matchmaker also assist in arranged marriage.
And girls need to pay the dowry?
Yes.
And in what form?
Girls have to pay dowry because sometimes poor parents think their daughter as a burden, and they want to marry off their daughter as early as possible, and they pay dowry. And even though very educated people demand dowry when they get married.
So what do they demand? Do they demand cars and
mostly
cash?
They demand cash, but some people demand car, motorcycle, or furniture.
Furniture?
Yes.
Wow. And how about child marriage? I know that you also have people who get married so young, like too young, like 12 years old, 13 years old.
Yes, child marriage is very common in our country, especially in the poor demographic. It is very common in the rural area. I think child marriage is a curse for women. It takes away health and happiness. You know, according to the UNICEF, half of the Bangladeshi girls have to marry at the age of by the age of 15, and 60% became mother by the age of 19.
Oh, then that do you consider that as one of the factors that impede the development of your country?
Yes, it is the factor to impede development in our country, because early marriage means early pregnancy, and it is bad for women, because in that age women will go to school or they will live with their parents, but in that age the women have to cook, the women have to do a lot of work, she has to raise kids.
So you mean that you can get married and then you continue your education at the same time?
Yes,
and then you have children and you still continue, and who gonna take care of the children then?
No, when I was in Bangladesh, my children was not. When I came here, my children born here.
So you got married
and
while you were studying?
I was in Bangladesh and my husband was here. So we lived separately. After finishing my study, I came here.
I see. So you also have been arranged for your
Yes,
marriage
yes,
as well?
yes. My marriage is arranged marriage.
So and so far so good.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Okay, great. What's the reason behind the arranged marriage? Or?
I think it's our culture. It's a matter of culture. Most of the people think their parents will choose the best person for him or for her.
So you rely on the parents' judgment.
Yes, yes.
Hope that all are good, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So you like Round-the-World Women so far?
Yes, so far I like the Round-the-World Women very much. I like all of the activities they do.
And do you plan to continue helping them?
Yes, I have planned to continue helping them.
Do you plan to go back to Bangladesh to help your country develop?
Yes, when I'll get a chance, I have a plan to go back to Bangladesh and help the women, and I have a plan to build this kind of program like Round-the-World Women.
Oh, you're going to set up Round-the-World Women in
yes,
Bangladesh?
Yes, yes.
That would be wonderful. And how many people going to come to Bangladesh to do what in there? You mean Round-the-World Women is set up for international women, and international people going to go to Bangladesh to do what?
Oh, we have a lot of tourist spot, and our country is very nice. So people can go many places, and we have a lot of museum. We have a lot of historical places. And people can go there.
So you mean that you have like scholars, international scholars who come to do research in Bangladesh,
yes, yes.
and then you're gonna organize for their spouses and so on to like to see the country, to know the culture like here.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And you have enjoyed being a driver?
Yes, I really enjoy.
And
being
your husband is now studying. What here at, or he's working, or he's studying, no?
My husband is now working, but he's going to do his PhD at UMass.
Oh, in which field?
Finance.
Oh, finance.
Eisenberg School of Business. He's going to business school.
And you plan to study too?
Yes, I have a plan to study. I want to go to the education department. I want to do a master's in education.
And you have one child?
Yes,
here?
I have only one child here.
Who was born here?
Yes, yes, yes. She is 2 years old.
So you still have to take care of her?
Yes, yes.
I see. And you speak Bengali?
Bengali. I speak Bengali at home, and my daughter understands Bengali very well, and she can also speak English a little bit.
So did you go back home since you have the little girl?
Yes, last year I went to visit my country with my daughter.
I see. So how is it? How can you compare a little bit about between here and the U.S.?
Sure.
Yeah.
U.S. and Bangladesh are completely different. The weather is very warm in Bangladesh, and we like spicy food. And most of the time we cook our own food, and we have a lot of public transportation. very rich people in Bangladesh can afford car. And the good news is that our health sector is mostly government subsidized.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So the concept of health insurance is totally absent in our country.
So everyone is insured by the government?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And how about the income gaps? I know that even though everyone knows Bangladesh is a poor country, but it doesn't mean that everyone is poor. We know that there are also elitist people, there are rich, and there are people who live below the poverty line. So tell me about the gap. Is it huge or is it very little? Or
income is not evenly distributed in our country. There is a huge gap. A few people earn a lot amount of money, but most of the people earn a small amount of money. So we have a huge income gap in our country, most 30% people in our country live under the poverty line.
How many percent?
30%.
30%.
Yes.
That's quite a bit. So the government can do anything with that?
Yes, government is trying to help those people, but they are still poor.
What do they do for a living? Are they mostly they are farmers or?
Mostly they are farmers. They work in the industry. They are labor. They are farmer.
So with the problem of the brain drains and the problem of the poverty.
Yes, I think so. I think our system has some problems, and the population, we have a huge population. We don't have too much opportunity for all the population. So there are a lot of unemployed people.
So please come and help Bangladesh when you have time, and invite more people to come and help.
Yes, we should do that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Moon, for your informative conversation today. I enjoyed very much, and I learned a lot about your culture and the language, Bengali, and I will remember that Bengali is the very important language that initiated the national movement, and that was recognized as the International Mother Language Day. That's very impressive for your fight, and please continue fighting for your development and for your country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you for your interest.